E20 petrol, is it a scam? Not really. At worst, it's a badly implemented policy, perhaps a deeply flawed policy with some questionable justifications. I'll explain. Now, the government has stated that this mandate is to reduce pollution and to reduce India's dependency on imported crude oil.
देश का प्रदूषण कम होगा, इंपोर्ट कम होगा। 16 लाख करोड़ रुपए का इंपोर्ट है।
Okay, fair enough. But the difference in the emissions between E10 and E20 petrol is marginal. Still, point taken. Yet, if pollution were the absolute top priority, wouldn't it make more sense to tackle the more serious, direct and obvious sources of pollution? I mean, our air, soil, land and water is being polluted right in front of our eyes, right in front of their eyes. We are also the largest plastic polluter in the world, by the way. Also, if you're importing less crude oil and adding more ethanol to the mix, you should ideally pass on the cost benefits to the consumers, but that's not happening either. Apparently, ethanol production has gotten more expensive now. Wow, get timing it was. Very convenient. For the record, you know what else drives up our fuel consumption and thereby our import bills? Roads like this. By the way, we were promised better roads and cheaper fuel by 2025. But even if we had to ignore all that, there's a bigger issue at play here. When people bought their E10 vehicles, they paid GST, cess, registration fee and road tax for 15 years with an understanding that they will have access to the fuel that their vehicles are compliant with. But that option is gone now. Ideally, petrol pumps should dispense both the fuels, E10 and E20. Perhaps price the E20 lower so that people are incentivized to buy the E20 fuel. But here we are. For better or for worse, E20 petrol is here to stay. And as we've discussed in the previous video, it is not as bad as the fear mongering on the internet suggests. So you might as well just make peace with it. The problem is that this policy feels rushed, poorly justified, and dismissive of the consumer, that is you and me and all of us. In the next video, I'll share some tips on how you can maximize the mileage and maintain your vehicles while using E20 fuel. For now, let me know your thoughts on the whole E20 push in the comments. Oh, by the way, this is not an attack on the government. I'm just aimlessly looking for some logic from our policy makers regardless of who is in power.